Well, good morning, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's doing fine. Just want to take a minute and just thank all my subscribers for being with me for so many years. Some of you have been here for 5 to 6 years, some of you for 4, some 3, and some less. But just want to say thank you guys because you guys make this channel happen, and really, it just motivates me to do more, even if it's hasn't been that frequent anymore. But either way, thank you for sticking around, and hopefully, you guys like all these updates. I think for you guys who've been watching me from the beginning, kind of see the progress of the house. And also what I want to talk today is about, like, okay, you own a home in Mexico, so what thereafter, because there is maintenance you have to do, and what is the cost. And if you're planning to have a home here in Mexico and you're also trying to have a house in the United States, or you're just trying to have a home here in Mexico, what are the costs as the years go by? Because so far it's been almost 5 years since the house has been made. Technically, more like 4 since the house has been completed. And there's maintenance that has to be done, probably different than you would have in the United States. One of them is here in Mexico, we get what's called salitre, which is the minerals leaching out of the materials, be it the brick, be on the cement, and stuff like that. In my case, I have salitre coming out of the ceiling, and it's a one-time fix, so this is not something you're going to have to keep doing, but it's something you will have to do eventually if you decide to do the ceiling walls just the same as I do. The other thing is actually the protective layer for rain or water coating your roof. In the States, you either have shingles or you have tiles, and then you have like a sloped roof. Here is a flat roof with some pitch in it, but you have to put like a thing called impermeabilizante. It's hard even for me to say. So I'm going to show you those two things and then tell you the cost of actually fixing it and then the maintenance. And I'll give you more details right now as far as when I show you guys what it is. One of the things I've mentioned before in my videos, and I just love sharing, is the mornings here are beautiful. I'm sure it is beautiful where you live too, but I have to have the sunrise here and then the sunset in the back and then the lake towards the back. I think I'm going to get covered by this huge home that they're building. I'll have a little peak view, but and that's not even as beautiful as it gets. So let's continue with the video. So the weather covering or protection is this red stuff you see on the roof. That's called impermeabilizante. I think I'm saying that right. The surface area here is about 1,800 square feet. And what they have to do maintenance here is, well, what happens over the years, because I had a type of cover that it lasts 3 years. So I went all the way to 5 years and I pushed it. So right there where the heater is at, that's like a solar heater. It started peeling because it's hot water and so forth. So I had a lot of peeling there, not lifting. The other areas were so much, they were okay, but you start getting lifted in the areas that get more water. So what the guys have to do is peel it completely, like I actually left it here. So they use that to peel the paint off of the entire area and then recover it. It took them a week to do this, to resurface everything. Mostly the time went on the actual peeling all that stuff off. It's necessary to do it because if you just put this new covering on it, it's not going to work. So they have to make sure it goes all the way to where the tile is or the cement is, and then go from there. So it's kind of labor intensive. They took them a week, but these guys were working pretty much from 7 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. They were by contract. I'll show you guys what the cost was. So it was better for them to try to finish early. It still took them a week. The major cost on this is the labor, more so than the actual covering, because the containers for this is about, I think we used 3, no, I don't remember if it's 2 or 3, I think it was 2, to do about 2 buckets of 5 gallons to do 3 coverings of this in the back. So like I was saying, most of the time that is spent here is removing it, and you can see, I hope you can appreciate, you don't see like layers of paint on top of peeling. Let me get closer so you can see. So this will be some example of, see how there's a layer. They still scraped it. This is minimal compared to how it was. But this is the first layer. This is actually the first layer here, and then this is like the tile. And so they have to peel that off and make sure nothing else is peeling. You can tell right here, like there's nothing more being lifted. So they have to try to chip it off as much as they can. That's my Sterling. It needs to be put on a stand. And so forth. That's a close-up of the repair. A separate subject, they're building a house right here. It's going to be 2 stories high. That first floor is going to be 3 meters, so I imagine the second story is going to be the same. So it's going to be right about here. So my direct view is going to be covered, but honestly I don't care because there's an antenna back there. Let me see if I can. That's an antenna. But towards this side where the house is not going to be, there's no antenna. And the other side, the house is, oh, it's super hard to do it with the zoom. Okay, right there, you can see the lake, but I'm sure the houses are going to be blocking it there. Back up, back up, back up. I'm sure once they build houses there, it's going to block in there. So the only chance that I have really, realistically not being blocked at all is here, right here in the middle. So this is still my roof, which I would like to be a patio. Realistically, I'll have this view here of the lake, my little corner of the lake. I can zoom in. Hopefully you guys can see it. Section will never be blocked off is this one. So this won't. There's going to probably be a home way back there, but typically, well, they cleaned out the property over there, but here they'll never block it. And yeah, eventually if they build homes here, I won't have that, but I can still see the hills and stuff. It's bound to happen. Let's go to the next thing that we worked on for maintenance. This is necessary. So this time around, I picked a 5-year covering. So if last time it went 5 years, I'm pretty sure this time I can go for at least 7. And this has to be done regularly here in Mexico. The other thing that you have to do here while I was talking about salitre is the roof. I'm going to show you guys a little clip here as I talk about how it looks before the way it looks now. This is already like been scraped, cleaned, and then they put like an acid on it and then they seal it. So you can imagine, it's the same guys who did my roof. It took them a week, but again, they were working long hours, and then they repainted the beams. The beams don't have to be painted that often, but I would say every 10 years you have to give it a good cleaning again, and then you repaint the beams so they won't get rusty or anything like that. But the roof, usually it's okay. Hopefully you guys, I came here because the light's on. It's kind of early in the morning. Hopefully you can appreciate the roof how it looks now, but typically that's not how it looks. Well, actually, this is the way it should look. It's more of a one-time kind of deal. It's not something you're gonna have to do all the time. Nevertheless, if you choose to have a roof like this one, which is Catalan, I love the style. I actually like it. A lot of people, some people love it, some people don't. Some people like just a flat roof like USA style and they go with that. And I think it's nice. But ultimately, this type of roof is way less maintenance than the flat roof. The flat roofs here in Mexico seem to peel for some reason because the moisture, for the same reason. Even though you put all that covering and stuff like that, over time, moisture gets through and trapped between the layer of the brick and the actual like stucco kind of thing. It's not the case in the United States because you're dealing with wood and stuff like that and drywall and stuff, so it's different. That's why I chose this roof more so than the other one. One, because I like it. Second, because it's a little bit more maintenance free once you get it going. So in this case, it's a one-time deal, but it's something you're gonna have to do. And I'm gonna show you guys right now what the cost was for all of this. And this is the rest of the house. and the rest of the roof, and then also the ones in the bedroom. The next thing I have to do, which is part of the maintenance here, is, I don't know if you get to appreciate this. It's like a scar there. That is salitre. It's not uncommon here. I'm going to show you here on the wall. It looks awful. It happens a lot here in Mexico. That's why you see a lot of, and also like in Spain and where this type of construction came from, in Italy and stuff, you'll see stuff like this peeling. You know, you would think, why, if you have stucco in your home in the United States, why here is it different? And again, this is because it's brick and it collects moisture compared to let's say a block wall with stucco. It's slightly different. So here you can see that, and that's the way you can fix that is with something called pegapiso. So it's something that you have to continue to just kind of do maintenance on around your house. That's the next project here. I'll show you guys maybe in another video, because that's going to cost me roughly, to fix all of it, the guy was telling me about $1,000. That includes all the repair, making it look all nice and even, and then repainting the house, which is not bad. It's been 5 years, it needs it. And the first time that I actually painted the house, I didn't use the most expensive paint. I didn't have the budget. The idea next time is to use the best paint possible. Most of the salitre has already come out, like most of the scarring, like this one, has finished. So I don't think I'm gonna have to do it again if I do it right. Or at least I don't have to do it that often, and that's the idea. Okay, so for the entire cost of the whole project, and again, most of this is in labor, not because of time, but because of a contract that we had, because the materials weren't as much as the actual labor. So the entire cost was $1,440. That included up in the roof, the work downstairs, and all the materials. Okay, so that is normal to hear the Chapala. Labor could be cheaper somewhere else, but this is an expat community and there is gentrification, and so they charge more. They know it, so it's okay, and it's normal. I'd rather have the security around here and the safety and feel just good, even if they charge more. It could have cost maybe somewhere else $1,200 or $1,000 because the labor would have been cheaper, but yeah, I think it's good for what you did. The roof, one-time deal. The top is going to last me 7 years, possibly 7 years, 5 to 7 years, and then the next big project is the one out here. So guys, I really hope you guys like this video. It's informative and helpful to you guys. Again, may God bless you guys, and if this video was good, you made it all the way to the end, give me a thumbs up. It really helps me in the algorithm, and this video goes out to more people. Appreciate you guys. Until next time.